Yes. Alrighty. What's up, everybody? It is I, your travel god of extreme, Peter Joseph here for video number 2 on your late Sunday night, April the 5th, 2026. Thank you all for watching right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 66. It's called 9. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down in my pants, otherwise known as the description box below. So do it now, and show my other channels your love and support as well. Leave a comment on this video or any one of my videos on my respective channels from the past, now, and in the future coming, but all these stupid comments, you're gonna get sent to the Shadow Realm, beaten severely, and then Ozzy and Satan and their minions will pretty much laugh at you and then eat your soul. So don't do it. Go do it somewhere else. And if you can't do that, you got problems. That's that. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because if you miss anything, well, you're pretty much SOL. I think you'll know what that means. And if not, well, look it up, douchebag. And that's pretty much it. So, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and all that other good shit. And don't forget to hit that bell, too. Because I said so. And if you're brand new here, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab the tasty cold one. Sit back, put your stinky feet up, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You know, too fucking bad. Bitch. And that's that. Simple. Simple to the point. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. On your late Sunday night, Easter is over. Easter weekend is done. Hope you had a great Easter weekend. As, we celebrated Easter and the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ the Lord. Hallelujah. So, hope you had a great Easter meal and a great Easter weekend. But for some of you, back to work. For others, back to school. Back to life. Back to reality, basically, tomorrow. And if you have off this week, lucky you. I wish I did, but I don't. I have a busy week tomorrow. I got some stuff to do tomorrow. Oy, oy, oy. I got a lot of things to do this week, so I'm busy, because I have a life, unlike certain people I know, but I digress. So, I'm going to do that, and then, enjoy the week, and then, weekend, we're going to have some wrestling. We got TNA Rebellion this coming Saturday, and next Sunday, we got AEW Dynasty, if you people living in Australia, Dynasty. And we got that, and WrestleMania is right around the corner. We are 12 days away, as of this video, 12 days away, a week and a half away from WrestleMania. Can't wait. Not the greatest card. The card's alright. Build, not so good, Al. But we'll see what happens next, not this coming weekend, the following weekend. April 18th and 19th. And we'll see what happens with that. Hey, Mets won again today. Yay! Mets won, came back to win 5-2 in San Fran, taking 3 or 4 of that series. 6-4, still battling for first place in the NL East right now, but, 10 games in, not to worry right now. Off tomorrow, then back home in Citi Field to take on those Diamondbacks, those Snakes. And then next weekend, this coming weekend, they got the crappy, garbage Sacramento / Oakland / soon-to-be Vegas Athletics. Or if they're going to change their name. I don't know. We'll see. I think the Athletics are moving to Vegas. I assume they're going to be moving to Vegas next year. If there is a next season, but we'll see what happens with that. But it's got a pretty good homestand coming up, and we'll see what happens with that. Yankees, I think they swept the Marlins. And Marlins had a good red-hot start. They ran into the red-hot Yankees, and how's that gonna last? I hope not long. Yankees are, what are they, 8-1 now? 9-1? I don't even know. I don't care. Hot starts lead to down the drain. Pretty much. So, Yankee fans, have fun with your red hot start, but pretty soon you're going to be coming down to earth. And that's that. Hey, the Rangers actually won. What? Not that it matters. The Rangers have been out of the playoffs since pretty much January. Hey, 8-1 over the Capitals. Ooh. Sucks to be you, hey, Ovech cunt. But I digress. But Rangers are playing for pride right now. I hope they have a good offseason in the draft. Some good players, and hopefully, somebody comes in and wakes this fucking team up next season. You just had an abysmal year. I mean, I think getting rid of Chris Kreider was a mistake. I'm just saying. And a couple other people that they got rid of, big mistakes. Big, huge mistakes. So hockey season's pretty much the regular season's about to be over soon. Playoffs are about to start. Same thing with the NBA. Hey, the Knicks are in. Big deal. Celtics are in. That's good. So we'll see what happens with that. And comes your way the NCAA Final Four tomorrow. UConn and Michigan tomorrow night. Going head to head with Raw. I hope UConn wins, so cha-ching. But we'll see. That's my second bracket, not my main bracket, because I don't win shit there. Second bracket, I don't really win much. But I mean, if you had UConn to win the whole thing, you might win. But the brackets, you know how it is. If you had a perfect bracket, which is rare, but. Well, I think after North Carolina lost in the first round, everybody's bracket was done. Sucks. That's how it is in the Final Four, because you never have a perfect. Not many people have a perfect bracket in the Final Four. Not many people. And if you did, lucky you. But if you pick the Final Four winner, that's great. I did that a couple of times, but mostly UConn the last 3 or 4 years. So I'm good. I'm good with a couple hundred $100. Not bad. But it is what it is. Moving on. Alright, so we got all that this week. We got Raw tomorrow night from Houston, Texas. Scared Cowboys. They're going to do tomorrow night. NXT on Tuesday. Back at the Performance Center. Or the Capitol Wrestling Center. Check out my Stand and Deliver review over on my Peter Joseph channel. Link will be down below in the gobbledygook. That's that. So, moving on. Alright, after 8.5 minutes of spiel, which you clipped, and I don't give a fuck what you did. Because you can kiss my ass, Mahoney. But right now, everything we're going to say right now is going to happen now, but what happened then, I don't know. You missed it. But soon, it will be now. But now, it is time for your late and really out-of-date WWE Smackdown, or as we call it, Weltdown Review. For this past Friday, April the 3rd, 2026, from the Enterprise Center in Randy Orton's hometown of St. Louis, Missouri. And as always, our commentary team, you know them, you love them, you can't get enough of them. That's Joe Tessitore and my good buddy who plays a great, mean, electric twanger. That's guitar for you people at home that don't know the fucking terminology. Read a book, for God's sakes. And the man who plays that electric twanger is my good buddy from the UK, Bad News Wade Ballot. And Joe, I'm afraid I got some bad news for you. I'm gonna play my twanger all day. That's bad news. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett, as always, on the call. And we got that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, another week. Another garbage fucking Smackdown. I mean, if you thought last week was bad, this week was worse. Oh my god. Anyway, we start off the show with the opening recap of what happened on Raw with Cody! MDK Cody! You bitch! Basically getting slapped in his fucking mouth by Stephanie McMahon. Hi, Steph. On Raw, who basically warned Cody that he needs to wake up before Randy Orton, the hometown boy, knocks him into tomorrow. So, we have that, and Cody's like, thank you! Anyway. So then we start the show off properly with, how fitting, the hometown boy, and that's Randy Orton in his monotonous voice! He comes out, big reaction to the hometown boy, or the hometown man, whatever you want to call him. Not Cody Deaner, but, Randy. Anyway, so he gets the mic, and he, flicks something off the mic. Maybe it was a fly or something, I don't know. Anyway, Randy talks about how St. Louis is his hometown. He's been doing it for everybody in the city. He's doing this for the 6 people in the front row, which is his family and his hot fucking wife. Randy, you picked the winner, dude. Lucky bastard. Here's what it is. Then he says, at WrestleMania, he's going to win number 15. And bring it back to St. Louis while Cody goes back to Atlanta, GA with his so-called hot wife, Brandy, and his little daughter, Liberty. Empty-handed and crying like a little crybaby bitch. I think we're going to get that, but we'll see. So Randy says Cody basically gave him permission to listen to the voices in his head, and now Cody has no idea what's waiting for him at WrestleMania. And Randy says, I saw you at the Garden with Stephanie on Raw, and basically Stephanie was absolutely 100% right about what that's going to mean. And then, out of nowhere, we hear the music of, oh god, Cody comes out. No! That stupid fucking song. I should change that garbage. Fuck who sings that fucking song? Is it Downstate? I don't even care. Who cares? So Cody comes out, ready to fight. So they have a big old fight in the middle of that ring. And Cody starts beating the fuck out of Randy. Randy's like, what the fuck? They're going crazy. Then they were pissed. Then they started going crazy like, hey, look! And then Cody turns around, and it's Pat McAfee. What? Where did he come from? He comes in. Cody's like, what are you doing here? Boom! Right in the balls. Not that Cody has balls. He has very tiny balls. They're not massive like Mrs. Balls, which are not even massive. As Maurice could say that all fucking day. Mike Miz has a tiny cock. But I digress. These balls are not massive. I'll tell you that right now. Not that I know from experience, but if somebody says you have massive balls, you really don't. Just saying. I got a massive cock. You can ask Rose that one. But I digress. Alright, so, anyway. So, Pat McAfee kicks him in the balls. I'm like, wait a minute. Pat McAfee is the voice on the phone? Ha! What? Somebody swerved us royally, Hunter. Well, it's not really Hunter because it's Ari Emanuel and TKO who thought of this fucking shit. What? Oh, we're gonna have Pat McAfee be the voice in Randy's ear in his head. That he was talking to on the phone. So like I said, Ari and TKO have another celebrity, because Pat McAfee's a celebrity, because, he's a football guy, college football guy, and, former wrestler. They bring in Pat McAfee, and I'm like, wait a minute, why? This has to be a swerve, right? This is not the actual guy that's gonna be talking to Randy. This has to be, shits and giggles, right? Apparently not. And now, Hunter is pissed. WWE, the creative people, are pissed. Cody's pissed. Because, TKO sticking their fucking nose in the water again. How did that work last year with Travis Scott? Oh, I mean, seriously. TKO needs to fucking break away from WWE. I am sorry. I think a lot of people are going to agree with me that TKO needs to get, boom, TKO'd. Get the fuck out of here. And take The Rock with you. Dwayne. Because ever since TKO joined forces with WWE, it's pretty much gone downhill. I mean, it's been some ups and downs, but now it's going way down. The product is garbage right now. It's complete garbage. Smackdown has been garbage the last couple weeks. Garbage. Raw is barely in the top 10 on Netflix. Barely. And Hunter's ideas, creative ideas are just horrible. Horrible. I mean, yeah, you got Oba and Brock. Okay, that's good. Randy and Cody, good. But now, you put Pat McAfee into this feud? I'm like, why? I don't know. You have Roman and Punk. Good, it's good. Build is slow, but we'll see what happens tomorrow, because Roman may not be on the show tomorrow. He's not listed to be on the show, but he might be via satellite, who knows. But Punk is probably going to come out and talk his shit. Roman's going to come back next Monday, in Sacktown, Sacramento, and basically say, hey, Punk, fuck you. You old fuck. That's probably going to be something. Maybe fight again next Monday. And then to do something on the kickoff show on next Friday, the 17th. Roman might be on the show, on SmackDown next Friday. Who knows? But yeah, the build has always been shit. Card looks actually decent. It's a decent card for both nights. You got Jade and Mommy Rhea Ripley. That situation is getting a little bit weird. It's not. Build has been now you add Io in. I'm like, wait a minute. Why would add Io? Io's is kind of in that Asuka Katie storyline. Unless Io is going to help Mommy win. We'll see, but we got that. Becky and AJ Lee, which is kind of stalled. Since we last saw AJ, we didn't really see Becky this week. Did we see Becky? I don't think we saw Becky and AJ Lee. That might seem tomorrow to kind of push that storyline up a little bit. They got Stephanie and Liv. That's building somewhat now that Roxanne Perez is there. But can this WrestleMania be good? I don't know. People still saying that this might be a really bad WrestleMania. And I think I don't know how many years, but I would say at least the last 5, maybe more, the build to WrestleMania has been shit. Even with a great card, the build is I don't get it. Your biggest pay-per-view of the year, and you have great matches, but not much build. Or no build at all. What is up with that? Right, Hurricane? What's up with that? I don't know. This company is just, I don't know. I don't know. It's pretty much it's starting to go down the shitter. And Tony Khan's just standing there snorting his cocaine. Please watch my show. It's better than Raw and Smackdown and NXT. He's right. Have you noticed over the last couple of weeks that AEW has been doing very well in the ratings? I know, people can say, I don't mind about the ratings. Nobody cares about the ratings. Yeah, that's true, but I care about the product. The product for AEW right now, the first 4 months of the year have been great. Revolution was an epic pay-per-view. Epic. Dynamites have been pretty good, too. I mean, 765,000 views. Not last week, the week before that. This past week was 735. And NXT under 600,000 the last couple weeks. Not good. And AEW's been beating them the last few weeks. I mean, WWE gotta get it together. Especially this week and next week, is there, the next 2 weeks, you got 4 shows. You gotta put something good together. Just to say, okay, we're gonna watch Mania. I'm invested to watch WrestleMania now. Right now, I'm not really caring that much for Mania. If it's gonna come off great, or it's gonna be a total dud. This might be like a WrestleMania 9, 11. I mean, the bad WrestleManias. I mean, they were bad. I mean, 9, we all know 9 is garbage. 11, pretty much neck and neck with 9. I hate 11. I hate 9. I hate 9. 9 is just boring. 11, ugh. And there's been, I mean, even in the teens have been really bad. I think really after 12 was like meh. 13 on, I think was when the WWE went to the Attitude Era. That was kicking ass. All the way up to saying, I think the weakest one after 20. I think 21 was a little bit meh. 22 was okay. 23 was okay. 25 was, I think 25, from 20 to 30, I think 25 is probably up there at number 1. I think 25, I say 21, 20, maybe put 23 in there. 25, 21, 23, I'd put 26, 29, I think 29 is better than 28. That's just me. As we get to the 30s, 30 was great, even though that was Taker's loss. I hate 32 for obvious reasons. You know which one. Asuka losing the fucking Charlotte Flair to break her undefeated streak, which was pissed me off. I don't even like 32 at all. 33 was in Orlando. That was the Hardys coming back. That was, that was good, not bad. And I think that was when Roman beat Taker. Yeah, I think it was 33. That had to be, 33 I think it was. So I think 34, 34 I think was in New Orleans. 35, the longest WrestleMania show, 8 fucking hours. Jeez. Good. 35 was good. Too long. 36, that was the pandemic WrestleMania. 37 at Tampa was alright, not great. 38, decent. 39 I thought was good. 39 was good. 40 was alright. Last year's WrestleMania, meh. So, we'll see what happens with 42. I wonder if they're going to have the same, I don't even think they're going to have the same stage. I think it's going to be different. Not the slot machine stage. Well, I call it the slot machine stage. But, in any case, if 42 is good, I will eat my hat. or I would eat crow, basically. 42 is amazingly good. If it could beat Revolution, then I'll take everything back. But if not, I will continue to shit on this fucking company that I should work for, but You can't have an opinion there! Shut up, Hunter. I have a voice, and I will use it, because I am the voice of the IWC, and I am the voice of the voiceless, like that guy Phil. I'm way better than Phil. And you will acknowledge me like Roman. Don't listen to jerk-offs like JD, because he has garbage fucking opinions, and only his Kool-Aid, only the people that drink his Kool-Aid actually enjoy his fucking stuff. It's garbage. He's garbage. I am real. He's not. And if you think otherwise, well, fuck you. My show. My show, my opinions. You can't handle it? Too bad. Go watch them then. Go watch them and be bored. That's that. Alright, anyway. Alright, so Pat McAfee comes out, kicks Cody in his balls, they beat him down, and then Randy grabs a chair and beats Cody with it. Well, Pat McAfee basically cuts a shoot promo. It was unscripted. He insults the St. Louis Rams, the St. Louis Cardinals, the St. Louis Blues, and any other team from St. Louis. Then he talks about how he said he felt WWE passed him by. I don't know how they passed him by, but anyway. But Randy called him to talk about how things should be, and the reality is that Pat is sick and tired of modern wrestling and watching 5'5" guys have an Iron Man match while Randy Orton is available. I don't know who's 5'5" having an Iron Man match. Maybe Daniel Bryan, but I don't know. But Bryan Danielson. Frankelson Danielson. We get that. Then he talks about the tickets still available for WrestleMania, while Randy's on the card, and we're coming off the lowest rated Smackdown in a long time. Oh yeah, remember that last week. Cody is leading the company in the wrong direction, you think? And at WrestleMania, Randy is going to save the company from this. Well, he cursed. Randy's going to save the company from Cody's bullshit, or something like that. They still continue beating him down. Randy still beats on Cody. Pat confirms that he's the one that been on the phone. And then we see Nick Aldis and the referees and agents come out. It's like, get out of here! So they get out of here. They get out of there. And then they go through the gorilla position. I'm like, oh boy. I think Pat was looking at Hunter. He was looking at Bruce Pritchard, probably Chris Parks, Abyss. He probably looking at everybody in the gorilla that works in Gorilla, and he's like, I tell the truth, bitch. So they go to the gorilla position, and then they pretty much leave. Well, we'll get to that. Cody's being helped up by Nick Aldis and crew. I was like, everybody was shocked at first. I was like, wait a minute, what? Pat McAfee? Shock, then, not awe, but, what? And everybody's on Twitter, I'm going to voice my displeasure. I'm going to talk to my friend Mark. Was it a bad reveal? Yes. Promo-wise, good. I like the promo. Whether it was scripted or not. Pat was telling the truth, because Cody is boring as champ. Cody's been boring the first time he had the title. The second time he had the title. Boring. His promos are garbage. The same fucking shit every week. Roman is as always. Roman is right. It's like missionary position every single night. You know? That's Cody. Cody is like 2012 John Cena. Well, PG era John Cena. Every week. Boring fucking promos. It's the way it is. That's why he basically killed us for 12 years. Or 11 years, whatever it was. The whole PG era was just the worst time for WWE. Has good years, has bad years. Has really bad years. But, I mean, and Cena was like right there in front of us. But Peter, Roman was stuck down our throats and you wished death on him, blah, 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 because you hated him. Yeah, I hated his character then in 2019. Not 19, was it 19? 16, really. Whatever it was, 18, 19, when he was the big dog. And he was just like force-fed. Like he was the second coming of John Cena. I hated it. And yeah, I said what I said, but I took everything back after Roman came out and said, I got cancer, y'all, I got leukemia. Came out, dropped the Universal title because he had leukemia. Then he came back, I'm in remission, y'all. I was like, I take everything I said back to my tribal chief. You gotta give people second chances. I gave Cena a second chance after he turned heel. Not because of somebody who likes him. You gotta give people second chances. Will I ever give William Yuta a second chance? Maybe, maybe not. I don't like the guy. Orange Cassidy, if he changed his fucking gimmick, maybe I'd give him a chance. Darby, I'm on the fence with right now. Darby's on the fence. No, I'm on the fence, guys! Ha 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 ha! Shut up. Back in your car. In Seattle. Anyway. But yeah. I didn't like the reveal. I was hoping it would be somebody else, not Pat fucking McAfee. Oh. But maybe this is a swerve. Maybe it's not Pat McAfee that was on the phone. They just want to say, oh, it is Pat McAfee. But it's like playing into a grander scheme. You know? Maybe Dwayne comes out and says, I'm the one who was on the phone. It wasn't Pat, it was me. Something's gonna happen at Mania. Something's gonna happen. Whether Pat helps Randy get the belt, and then maybe The Rock comes out and says, I'm coming for your soul, Cody. You want to say fuck you to me? Well, fuck you! Kicks him in the balls. Get out of here. And that probably leads to maybe Rock Cody, which they were talking about for one of both belts at the time when Cody had the world title. Well, you know what I mean. They were thinking of doing it this year. Nope. Maybe they do it next year. Instead of doing maybe Roman and Rock, they do Cody versus The Rock. Whether it be for the People's title, which is not even a belt. Or to just do it just for like a grudge match. Who knows? Well, we'll see what happens with that. But all I gotta say to that is, I know I went way long with the first segment, because I went on tangents, but brought it back. I brought it all back. First segment, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Even with the garbage reveal of Pat McAfee. But, I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see what's going to come out of this. And that's that. Alright, after the break, we go to the back. We see Pat and Randy leave in McAfee's truck, which is a Dodge Ram. Because that has a big fucking logo in the middle of it. Can't miss it. It was in the ring. Even in the middle of the ring, too. Couldn't miss it. So they leave. Blah, blah, blah. And Pat McAfee says that if Randy loses, that he will leave. What did he say? He will never come back to WWE. If Randy loses, so Randy better win. I think he will win. It's like maybe a 25% chance that Cody retains. Combined with Randy's 75% chance of winning, and my 33 to 30% chance of winning, that gives me 133%. Yeah, I'm not going to go through Steiner math. I'm not going through it. It's too complicated. Imagine, I keep saying it. Imagine Steiner math was an actual subject in school. I don't think any of us pass. Shit. As long as Scott Steiner is, telling us how to do it, I'm like, oh, I get it now. Alright, move on. Alright, then we go to the ring. Finally, we go to the ring after a lot of talk. Because as my ex-girlfriend would say, that's Ashley Marie, she would say, a little less talk and a lot more action here on your show, Peter. Yeah, no, thank you. That's copyrighted, by the way, and trademarked. Alright, so after all that spiel, we finally get to match number 1 on the show. Mommy Rhea Ripley, my brutality. She comes out looking amazing. She takes on Mia Yim with B-Fab. And after what kind of happened last week, where Mia Yim and B-Fab join up with Jade Cargill, the SmackDown Women's Champion. And basically beating her down, and Jade is jaded and laid her out. So, we get that. And, alright, we start with Mommy basically powering Jade in the corner. Excuse me, not Jade, sorry. Mia Yim in the corner. And then Jade Cargill comes out as Mommy hits a fallaway slam. So, Jade's got to be out there. Mia Yim comes back with a German suplex, takes Mommy down, and hammers her way as we go to break. Come right back. And Mommy's still in trouble, but fights her way back with some clotheslines. Belly to back face plant. Ow. Sets up a basement dropkick. And then she goes to the Razor's Edge, Chico. Something happened to this. Something happened to you, Chico. Well, didn't get all of it. It didn't look that great. So, not a botch per se, but didn't look good. Anyway, running knee gives Mommy a near fall. Mia Yim comes right back with a poison Rana. Did a sit-up powerbomb. Gives Mia Yim a near fall. But Mommy comes back, knocks Mia Yim down, and then doesn't finish with Riptide. She locks in the Prism Trap, which is kind of like a secondary finisher. And Mia Yim does what she does best. Taps out. I mean, she hasn't been good since for a while. Mia Yim's good years are way in the past. So Mia Yim gets the loss. Excuse me. Mommy gets the win in 9 minutes and 15 seconds. Match was 2.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, basically a 3-on-1 beatdown. But then we hear the music of my third recently hot Asian wife. You know I love her. You can't get enough of her. And that's due to emo. It's time for EO Sky. EO comes out for the save. We have a mini Rio reunion. I loved it. Their name is Rio, and they dance upon my lap. And when they're done, they go and take a nap. Yes! Oh, I miss Rio. Not Rio from AEW, I miss her too, but the combo of Mommy Rhea Ripley and EO, or Rio, spelled differently, of course. And how can you not like Duran Duran's version of Rio? I'm just saying. Classic. Alright, so Rio is back. They're going to be, they're going to reunite. Oh, they are reunited. They're going to team up for the first time in about a month or two to take on Mia Yim and B-Fab on Monday Night Raw tomorrow night. See what happens with that. We move on. Alright, we go to back. Oh, this guy. Woo, woo, woo. You blew it. Matt Cardona is getting his wrist looked at by the medic. And then Mr. and Mrs. block Aleister Black and his hot wife, Samina Vega. Oh, yes, they come in, and Aleister Black suggests that Matt Cardona, he says, Matt, you deserve that. And Matt's like, why don't you say that to me in the ring? We fight. So they have a match later on. I'm like, oh joy. So we get that. Alright, moving on. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Then we go to Solo Mibuki. He says that Uncle Howdy wants to fight for the lantern later on in their he wants his lantern back basically. So he's like, I'm not letting this lantern out of sight. So which one of my MFTs is gonna step up? So why not the resident gremlin, Tamatanga? Yeah! So, Tamatanga, if you've been following the storyline, he's like, why are we fighting over this stupid fucking lantern? It's been a problem for us for the last few weeks. And really, this storyline should go bye-bye. So I agree with the resident gremlin. Solo tells him to go face Uncle Howdy and don't fuck this up. And when somebody tells you don't fuck it up, you're gonna fuck it up anyway. Absolutely. Right, Ray? Ray, when somebody tells you if you're a god, you say yes! I couldn't help. Fuck you, Ray. Couldn't help it. Fuck you. See, if I was directing fucking Ghostbusters and that line was in there, I would have Winston and pretty much every one of the Ghostbusters slap the fuck out of him. I'm like, what the fuck? Or I would recreate Ghostbusters 1, that scene. I would have somebody who's playing Dan Aykroyd's character, Ray, Ray, he says that, and then everybody's like, fuck you, Ray! I mean, what? Seriously? You couldn't help it? What did you do, Ray? And then he calls the stupid steak puft Marshmallow Man. I thought of the only thing that would never harm us, Mr. Stay Puft. A fucking Marshmallow Man. Nobody steps on a church in my town. Cross the streams. Fuck you. See you on the other side, Ray. Right. And then Ray's like, nice working with you, Dr. Bankman. I'd be like, fuck you, Ray. I hope you won't. I hope we don't see each other, Ray, after we do this shit. It's like, this better work, Egon. Well, you're fucked. And then Egon's like, well, fucked anyway! That's the recreated version of Ghostbusters I would love to write. It was like fucking Chris Rock played Winston or some shit like that. I don't know. I don't know who would play Ray, some idiot. Maybe like Justin Bieber or something like that. I don't know. Fuck you, Justin Bieber! I don't know. I'm just making fun. Nah, maybe I am. Anyway. Alright, so we got Uncle Howdy and Tamatanga, I guess for the possession of the lantern. That comes up later. Alright, 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we go to the back. Oh, this trio. Mommy Rhea Ripley and EO. They talk to Kathy Kelly. And if you've been following them on Twitter, you know Mommy and EO and basically, Kathy Kelly's jealous of Rhea Ripley and EO together. And, Rhea has like a little thing for Kathy Kelly, picking her up, grabbing her ass, stuff like that. That's a fucking three-way dance right there. I mean, really, you know what's gonna happen. I mean, if you've seen Rhea Ripley and EO, they're like, you're my best friend. Why don't you just fuck already? I hate saying that about EO, but, put me in, I'm good. We're good. We're good. 4-way. Why not? Ah, that's a fiddle 4-way I would enjoy. I just stare, you know? I stare, and then I join and just bang you on the ass. Moving on. Alright, so Mommy is glad to have EO by her side again. And then EO's like, I will always have your back, Mommy. Because I'm your friend. And then Mommy's like, it's good to have you back. I always have your back, too. And together we are bloody unstoppable, you think. Because we've been tag team champions, so why not? EO is back. You gotta love that. Moving on. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Then we get to Tama Tonga and Uncle Howdy. It was boring. Boring. So they're fighting. Uncle Howdy grabs a Mick Foley mandible claw. He didn't do it very good. I know. He didn't eat the Doritos. Shut up about the fucking Doritos. They're very tasty. I know. Go to sleep, Mick. Have a nice day. Thank you. Anyway, so he locks that in. That gets broken up. And then Solo B-Bookie comes out. And that distraction that Uncle Howdy uses to his advantage hits Sister Abigail. 1, 2, 3. He gets the win. He gets the win in 7 minutes. Match was 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Solo and Tama are arguing. And then Uncle Howdy's like, give me the lantern! He just basically takes it right back. I'm like, uh-oh. I think Tama gonna get kicked out of the MFTs. And probably join up with his good buddy and old friend from Japan, Shinsuke Nakamura. And we got that. Alright, so we'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we get to Kit Wilson! He's complaining about his bad luck to another guy who has bad luck, and that's The Miz, who says there is no Cass. Right. Then he run into, this guy, Art Fool, one half of the tag team champions, along with Poppy Priest. He's insisting on having hot water in the hot tub in the new Judgment Day clubhouse. Ugh. And then Kit Wilson and The Miz come up to him. They don't like him because he keeps getting lucky despite never taking anything seriously. That's what Miz says. And basically they want Truth to take something seriously. So Truth's like, okay, you challenging me? Are you challenging me? Okay, I accept your challenge, and we're gonna have a tag team title match coming up later. I'm like, oh no, Truth, Poppy heard that, he would, like, what? They never asked him they never asked him. Truth's like, the idiot that he is, like, okay, I'll take something not so serious, I'll give you guys a title shot. So then, after that, Miz and Kid say, Master Inspire Zone In. Whatever that meant. Yeah. If you think that Miz and Kit Wilson are going to win the titles, you must be crazy. And that's that. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. And then we get a video for Jacob Fatu. I mean, he's all ready for Babucho Drew McIntyre in that unsanctioned match at Mania. That's going to be barbaric. Talks about his criminal past. Says, yeah, I got a criminal past, but I'm ready to get violent. Ooh, at Mania. We're gonna get violent. We might get ultra violent. Who knows? That match is gonna be brutal. I hope it's bloody. I want some fucking blood. I think we might get it. We'll see. That's that. Alright. After that, Sami Zayn, the new, we have to call him the new United States Champion, even though he don't deserve it. He talks to Nicholas Aldis. He's ready for the U.S. title celebration, but then this guy, our good buddy, Trick Willie Shawn in white, he comes in with his lemon pepper steppers. He basically comes in and then just looks at Sammy, and then his music hits, and then he leaves. Okay. So he goes to the ring with his good buddy, Little Yachty. He's a better mumble rapper than Kendrick. Fuck him. Anyway, so the Trick talks about how he brought out his own star power because he's ready to take out the Ginger at Mania. Doesn't want any ginger ale, ginger tea, ginger snaps, ginger bread. Anything ginger, basically. But for now, he wants Sammy's pyro, which goes off. Wow. That was funny. And then Sami Zayn comes out, thinks that Trick is getting a little bit too excited, and that he's never been about the over-the-top reactions. And at Mania, he's gonna humble Trick's ass. Right. Then he says, I think Ginger Snap is pretty upset. Actually, I think, Little Yachty said, I think Ginger Snap is pretty upset. Or maybe Trick said it. I don't remember. Anyway, Trick says, I'm the reason you won that title. Even though it really should have been Mello. And speaking of Mello, he comes out, the rightful champ, and says that him and Trick have a long history together, but we'll deal with that later. Sammy, you did something last week that I didn't like, and I'm not letting you get into the end zone after I did all the work for about almost a little month or two. So the fans are chanting for Mello. We want Mello. Blah, blah, blah. And Mello's like, they want me instead of you, and I demand my rematch, because he's contractually obligated to get that rematch. Sammy says, well, I think the world of you, but basically WrestleMania is set in stone. It's me and Trick. You're on the sideline. We're just going to have to do it after Mania. And Trick's like, oh, come on, Ginger Ale. And Sammy says that, I think I had Mello beat last week, but we'll never know because you got involved in Trick. And the reality is, I called out a bunch of people for taking advantage of things. And then Mello told Sammy to do the right thing, give me my title, my rematch. So Sammy eventually, after some goading, gives Mello the rematch later on, which works for Mello, who then leaves. And then Trick says, Ginger Snap could have said that a long time ago, so we didn't have to waste 20 minutes of airtime, you think. So Sammy clotheslines him to the floor. And I thought Little Yachty was going to do something, but he didn't do anything. And that's that. But yeah, the fans have pretty much revolted on Sammy. They hate him with a passion. I mean, last week's on YouTube, most dislikes, a lot of dislikes. I don't know how many in total, but I got a lot. Oh, just wait. Just wait. That's that. Alright, we move on with that. So I gave that segment 3.25 out of 5 stars. That's it. Then we go to the back. Solo's yelling at Tama Tonga about losing the lantern. Back to Uncle Howdy. And Tama Tonga's like, we don't need the lantern. We don't need the lantern anymore. We need to get back to business and what we do best, and that's getting back to winning the titles. The titles again. So Solo's like, you know what? He takes some time. He's like, you know what, Tama? I agree with you. Shocking. And says, you know what? We're going to finish the Wyatts. Probably at Mania. I doubt that, but we'll see. We're going to finish the Wyatts, and then we'll get back to business. We good? And then Tama's like, yeah, we good. Please end this storyline. Please, with the MFTs and the Wyatts. It's gone on way too long. It's not really going anywhere. That's that. Alright, so I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we get to Aleister Black and Matt fucking Cardona with Zelina Vega at ringside. This is a great match. Aleister works on a bad arm for most of the match. We go to break, we come back. Matt Cardona fights back. Aleister escapes a double underhook. Something? I don't know what Matt was trying to do. With a pedigree. butterfly suplex, tiger driver, I don't know. That got broken up anyway. Then a neckbreaker drops Alistair, and the reboot gives Matt Cardona a near fall. Then he manages a double underhook powerbomb for a near fall, but Alistair goes back to the arm again, and then Matt turns around, boom! Black Mass knocked Matt the fuck out. Woo, 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 you are out of here! 1, 2, 3, Alistair Black gets the win in under 10 minutes. Match was meh. 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's that. Alright, then we got Bayley! Give me a hug. And the bird lady, the lassie bitch from Ireland. I love that kitty. They don't think that Charlotte and Lexi, by the way, happy birthday, Charlotte. 40 years old, you don't even look 40. She don't look 40. She's my mother. No. Anyway. So happy birthday to Charlotte. And that's pretty much it. So, they don't think that Charlotte and Lexi are real friends. They're just playing like they're friends. And they haven't been through the same issues like they have. So, we'll see what happens with that. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then our fool talks to Johnny Gargano, who had a great match with Miles took home Ozzy Osbourne at Stand and Deliver. Didn't win the North American title for the 4th time. Miles overcame the odds and retained. Then got destroyed by freaking Dion Lennox of Dark State. Ugh. Look at that. So anyway, he's talking to Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae, who are getting ready for Stand and Deliver, basically. So then they leave. He talks to them about, I don't know about what. And then they leave. Poppy Priest comes in, asks, why are you giving a random team their first title a title shot in our first title defense? And then R-Truth's like, oh, they're cast! And he thinks that Asuka did it. Oh. This motherfucker. So, Truth's like, Asuka did it. And then Poppy's like, she's on Raw, you idiot. And then Truth says, it was the little girl with the face paint running around. Oh, God. Could somebody, slap him? You 55-year-old moron. What the fuck? And then Priest's like, do you mean Mr. Danhausen? And then Truth's like, oh, this should be an easy title defense then. And eventually Priest's like, oh, fuck. Alright. You know, he's hiding from breaking character half the time. You gotta give it to Poppy. I mean, seriously, I'm like... If he starts saying, weird shit, I would pause, look into the camera, and go... And then I'm like, oh, yeah, right, yeah, right. Then start looking in the camera a little bit more, like... I would mouth to Hunter. I would mouth, why am I here? Why am I in this fucking tag team? But, there's been weirder tag teams as tag team champions before. I mean, Eric Young and ODB as women's tag team champions? Are you serious? TNA, I mean, come on. I mean, it actually worked, but... Anyway. Alright, so we'll see what happens with Poppy and Truth against Kit Wilson and The Miz for the tag team titles. So we'll see what happens with that. Alright, I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. I just didn't like it. Alright, then we get a video for Papucho. Drew McIntyre talks about how he had everything ready for him, but then Jacob Fatu ruined it all. Jacob is just a filthy convict, damn, and he's only here because of his family. You can't outrun your past, and next week, Drew is showing everyone who Jacob really is. I don't know what that means, but we'll see what happens this Friday night on the program. So, we have that. maybe Drew found tapes or something like of maybe found Jacob's records in jail. I don't know. He's gonna find something about Jacob, like his all the crimes he committed. Maybe I don't know. We got that. All right, 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. All right, then we get the Charlexa taking on Bailey and Lyra for no apparent reason. It was a decent match for 10.5 minutes. Back and forth they went. Bailey goes up top, hits the Macho Man elbow, hitting down from heaven. Ooh, yeah! Dig it! Like that one, Randy? It was alright. Not like my elbow. Isn't that right, Miss Elizabeth? That's right, Randy. Hi, Mr. Joseph. Hi, Liz. Thank you. You look great in that nightgown. Shut up! Stop. Randy, go to bed. Liz, I'll see you later. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so Bailey hits that for a near fall on Charlotte. Then Lyra comes in, dives into a figure 8. I don't know how you dive into that, but okay. Bailey breaks that up. Lyra pulls Alexa Bliss out of midair. Goes for Nightwing. That gets broken up. Alexa tries Sister Abigail. That gets blocked, so everybody's finisher is getting blocked, basically. But in the end, Lexi hits her running blockbuster on Lyra to get the win. Match was alright. Wasn't that bad. 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, the women's tag team champions, the Irresistible Forces, Nia, Jax, and Lash Legend, get shit done. They come out, once again, beat the fuck out of both teams. So, you know that Fatal 4-Way is already announced for Mania with them, Lyra and Bailey, the Bella Sluts, and Charlexa. Who's gonna win? I'm hoping not the Bellas. I don't want to see it. I'd rather have Bailey and Lyra win it, just for shits and giggles. Why not? Anybody but the Bella Sluts. That's that. Alright, then, we see, once again, Miz and Kit Wilson, they're getting ready for the match. Miz still thinks there's no curse. And then, Mr. Denhausen! I will curse you. He pops in with his jar of teeth, saying that he's going to be at ringside with them for the tag title match. Kit Wilson calls him a spooky little goblin and toxic. You toxic. And then Mr. Danhausen says, I can come to the ring with them and uncurse them. And then Kit's like, oh, you're not toxic anymore. You're cool. I'm interested. Miz ain't having any of that. And he's like, yo! And then Mr. Danhausen leaves. Like, how did he just disappear? He just disappeared. He just fucking disappeared. The elephant disappeared. Alright, we get that. 2.5 out of 5 stars. We get to the tag title match. And this was probably the funniest part of the show. Besides the shocking opening of the show with Pat McAfee, this was actually funny. The match was the ending was crazy. Miz and R-Truth close on each other down. Mr. Danhausen comes out, gets on the apron, and is like, tag me! Tag me! And Miz is like, he's about to tag, he thinks it's Kit Wilson, but then he sees Mr. Danhausen there, and he's like, no, and then Rudy Charles, remember him from TNA? He's like, no, you're not in the match! And then I'm like, and then R-Truth's starting to come to. I'm like, oh great! I bet you nothing. He tags in Mr. Danhausen, and on cue he does that. Priest is like, what the fuck's going on here? So Mr. Danhausen comes in, and he's like doing dancey stuff. Miz then glares at him, and then he said, "Get the fuck out of here, Mr. Danhausen." And Mr. Danhausen's like, oh, really? You're yelling at me? You are cast! And he curses The Miz. Wrong. He curses Rudy Charles. He cursed the fucking ref. What? That was funny. And then Miz tries to hit him with the skull-crushing finale. The lights go out. Sabu! No, you stay there, Sabu. The lights go out, and then they come back on. We see Mr. Danhausen, like, running to the back. He's like, I got you. And then Miz hits Truth with the skull-crushing finale. I'm like, oh no, please no, not to tag. Not Mr. Danhausen gonna help them win? No. So he hits the skull-crushing finale. Rudy Charles goes, 1, 2, ah! His hands look like jelly. And he's screaming like a banshee because he got cast. So his hands like, ah! And then Miz like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then Rudy Charles like, I got cast, my arm. And then, I don't know if Truth tagged in Poppy Priest, but Poppy Priest comes in and hits South of Heaven, pins The Miz as the referee uses his good arm to count the pin in under 10 minutes. That was hilarious. The way that the match finished, I thought it was funny. With having the ref get cursed, it's like, ah, my fuck! So that was fun. There was a fun ending to that match. So, I gave the match overall, I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Truth and Poppy, Dark Truth retain the titles. In a fun way. We get that. And then afterwards, Cody comes out, unannounced, and he cuts a shoot promo. Well, actually, he takes out Kit Wilson, you bastard. And then he gets the mic, cuts a shoot promo. Basically, Hunter and Creative basically told him to improvise and shoot from the hip. And he just cut a promo basically saying TKO is full of shit. You know. He's like, he got dressed up to find out who Randy Orton was talking to, and it was Pat McAfee. We're just like, he's like, and then he compares Pat McAfee to the NWO having the third man, and it's not Hulk Hogan, brother, it's Disco Inferno, Glenn Gerberti, and boy did he lay into Cody on Twitter. Oh, shit. He calls Pat a stoner, a grifter, and a Logan Paul wannabe without muscles. Damn. And he has a receipt coming for him, and he can kiss Cody's ass. And then he's like, if you don't like that, fire me, talking to TKO. Meaning, The Rock. Well, not really The Rock, per se. I don't know who was talking to TKO, or he was talking to maybe Nick Khan, or Hunter, I don't know who he was talking to. He says, if you don't like that, fire me. It sure worked out for you 10 years ago, or the last time. Shit. And he's like, I need to be the bad guy to beat Randy, but I don't know if I can do that anymore. Then he talks about every record WWE has been setting with him on top. You know, Mania, the fake as fuck Mania attendances and shit like that when he was there. He says, yes, he was wrestling Roman and John Cena, but they were wrestling him too. Now the voices are talking to him, but you don't want to hear what they're saying. Yeah, we want to hear. And, that was that. So, I actually like this. Take this with a grain of salt, guys. The one time I liked the Cody Rhodes promo in WWE. The one time. This was great. He comes out, he showed more passion than his other garbage fucking promos. This one was actually way better. I want this more. I want more of this, Cody. I want more. I'm actually, in Roman terms, I'm interested, Cody. You're getting me now invested to watch this match. And see what's next. Finally, we get something good from you, Cody. Finally. Whether it be a one-hit wonder, we'll see. But anyway, so I gave the tag team title match what I give it, 2.5 out of 5 stars. The Cody promo, I'm giving it 3.5. I was going to give it 4, but I'll scale back. 3.5. Why not? Alright, then we're going to look at what happened with Roman and Punk on Raw, with Punk putting Roman through the table. Bastard. Look at that. WrestleMania. And then we get a WrestleMania rundown. And then we get from WrestleMania, 38? I think it was 38. Stone Cold and Kevin Owens. Not really a moment, per se. It was good. I mean, the match was, like, wild. Stone Cold was taking massive bumps. It was crazy. For a guy that had a broken freaking neck. He hasn't wrestled in, like, 10, 20 years, I think. You know, taking bumps. It was crazy. Like, wow, Stone Cold, it's like, he looked like he was a young guy. That's that. Let me move on with that. But, yeah, WrestleMania 30, was that 30? I think it was 30, it had to be 38. It was not 39. Or was it 30? I don't even remember. It's been so long, and it's late. I'm going to sleep. We move on. Alright, after that, we get to, was this the main event? Yes. Alright, we get to your main event of SmackDown for the United States title, a rematch between Carmelo Hayes and Sami Zayn. We had Trick Willie and Little Yachty at ringside. Not a commentary, but they were at ringside. This was another banger of a match, so the ending of the show was good. But, now, match-wise, it was great. Finish, not so good, Al. So we get to the end, after Melo's leg was all banged up. As we come back from break, Sami hammers away in the corner. Melo is able to get in a knockdown. Goes to the first 48, gets blocked. Sami with an exploder in the corner. Ow. Charges right into a super kick. Then a top rope splash, not Eddie Guerrero style, but still a splash. Gives Melo a near fall. Sami reverses into a roll-up for a near fall. Goes to the blue thunder bomb. That gets countered. And Melo goes up top. Goes for nothing but the bottom of the net. But he didn't hit the bottom of the net. He missed. And then the referee checks on Melo's leg. And looked like and Melo legit got hurt. But Sami's like, I don't give a fuck. You know, he stopped, and then I don't know if he thought that Melo was playing possum or something like that. Maybe Sami was teasing a heel turn because he came right at the referee. Referee moved. I don't know how he moved. And Sami hits the hell of a kick and goes to the pin. 1, 2, 3. Fuck. He pins Carmelo Hayes. Why? I would have been fine with a triple threat match. I still think we might get one, but now that Melo is hurt, I don't know how severe it is. I hope it's not that severe, but it looks like it might be. But Melo not on the Mania card is gonna hurt really bad. Is Sami and Trick gonna be a good match? Probably. But, I mean, WWE and their booking team needs to get slapped in the face. I would have had Melo retain last week via chicanery, and then have Melo and Trick, which screams WrestleMania. I don't give a fuck if Sami's not on the card. Who cares? Who cares about Sami? Who cares? But now you're gonna have Sami Zayn and Melo. Sami Zayn and Trick. Trick's gonna win the belt, which I think he was gonna win it from Melo anyway. And that would have been a way better match than we're gonna see at Mania. Trick's still gonna win a title, but it's not gonna be at that oomph. And I hope the fans in Vegas really boo Sami out the fucking stadium. They boo his ass. Does it in turn turn him heel? I wouldn't give a fuck. I think, well, Sammy's never really been a heel. I think maybe one time, but a few times maybe. Not so much in Ring of Honor, except for the early years of him and Steen, or Steen Jericho, the early years. And then when it came to the WWE, they teamed up, and they were kind of heelish. But we have that. But anyway, Sammy retains, and even that YouTube video got a lot of dislikes. And fans are wanting Hunter's head on a platter for that stupid finish. So match was still decent. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. After the match, Little Gotti gets in the ring, cuts a promo, and promises that Trick will win the title. And then Trick jumps Sammy from behind, lays him out with a trick shot, and then they pose to end the show. That's it. So mercifully, this 3-hour garbage fest pretty much ends. And once again, I'm going to give it a Bret Hart 4. 4 out of 10 stars. I just didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. The opening segment was good. Reveal of Pat McAfee, bad. Promo-wise, it was good. The promo from Pat was good. Reveal of him being the guy on the phone, I didn't like that. I was hoping to be like Kevin Owens. You know, outside shot, it would be like Dwayne, you know, The Rock. You know, maybe it's Shane McMahon. That's what we were hoping for. Shane was actually at the Yankee game. Of all things, he was at the Yankee game. He could go anywhere he wants, but he's at the Yankee game? Pick a real team there, Shano. I digress. But all in all, like I said, first segment was decent, bad reveal. And then, I think the only good part of the show, besides Io coming back and reuniting with Mommy, Rio reuniting, that was good. I think the only other good thing on the show was Rudy Charles getting cursed. That was fun. That was funny, that tag team title finish with Mr. Danhausen cursing the ref. That was fun. That was funny. I actually liked that. But the rest of the show was kind of blah. So, like I said, I gave it 4 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys thought. That's it. That's 2. Think of that, too. Rate that. I give that a 10. Anyway. So, let me know what you guys thought of Smackdown down below in the comments section. Like Trick Willie would say, let's talk about it. So, let's talk, what are your thoughts and opinions on Pat McAfee being the voice on the phone with Randy? I don't like it. I think there's a bigger scheme to this coming. Whether it be this week, whether it be next week, whether it be a Mania. I just don't think Pat fits into the storyline at all. I don't know. And, it's Ari Emanuel and TKO's little thing. Because they want to, they did this last year with Travis Scott. They thought it was going to be a big thing, and how did that flop? I think this thing with Pat McAfee, it could be good if done right, but I think it's going to be another flop, another fumble by WWE. And I hate to say this, I think TKO might fire Hunter at this point. I really think TKO should just disband and get out of there. WWE needs to break away from TKO. Get out. Find another partnership, and not something with the UFC, or with the Saudi Arabians, or whatever. Be your own fucking company. Not have fucking outsiders that are garbage, But WWE, I know they want to get sponsors, they want to keep being the #1 product. But, right now, they're not doing so well. And then I think every year AEW is kind of inching closer to that top spot, if not at the top. And WWE, just floundering again. So, we'll see what happens with that. And, all that stuff. We're going to see what happens tomorrow on the program. Oba and Brock on the show tomorrow. See what what the next chapter of that little situation is. Punk's on the show. We got Fiend Balor and JD McDumpfuck in a match. That should be fun. We got Rio taking on B-Fab and Mia Yim. Jade Cargill should be on the show as well. And a whole lot more on your 2.5 hour Cure for Insomnia on Netflix. And that's Monday Night Raw. And that's that. Alright guys, I am out of here. I'm going to sleep because I gotta go to work in the morning. I gotta go shopping for a little bit. I have to have a birthday party tomorrow as well. I'm busy tomorrow. I am busy. But I will be watching Raw. I might watch Raw late. Because I am gonna be in the city. I will not be even around. So one of my good buddies has a birthday party tomorrow. So we could do some karaoke. I might actually have that video. I might put it up on my Metal God channel. Just for shits and giggles, I might not. I might just put it up on, I don't know. I might put it up on Facebook. I don't know. I might just put it up for my own enjoyment on Facebook. Not for you fuckers to, make fun of me on YouTube. I wouldn't care, but, I mean, you see me like this, and then I'm, like, doing karaoke, my epic voice, maybe singing some Isley Brothers tunes, I don't know, maybe some Megadeth or something like that. Maybe doing my epic, hello, me, meet the real me, and my mistress way of life. No, I'm gonna keep talking to myself, because I'm Dave Mustaine, I might do that, I know. Put it up on my Metal God channel, see how well it does. At least I may or may not get a copyright claim. Which I usually win, but I don't know. I mean, every time I have done, when I'm at concerts and stuff, the local stuff I do, does pretty well. Doesn't do that great, but, it is what it is. But I put it up, and it was like, oh, you were at a bar. I'm like, yeah, I was at a bar. Now, yeah, 20 people there. I'm like, no, I had like 50 to 100 people there, so fuck you. You weren't there. So, and I'm doing, filming and singing in the background, and I'm there. I'm part of the fucking show. So maybe tomorrow night, I can't even talk now. I'm probably gonna have no voice for tomorrow now. I hope so, but so I might do a song or two. I don't know. Depends on what songs they have. If they have some Megadeth, I'm there, dude. Metallica. Maybe do some Seek and Destroy again. I done it. I have it on. I thought I had it on Facebook. I don't know where it is. Rosa has. I think Rosa has the original. I gotta look. But if not, maybe I'll do a recreation of Seek and Destroy by Metallica. Do that. Maybe if I do on a second song, maybe I'll do Megadeth. If they have In This Moment, or maybe some Judas Priest, maybe. Not Painkiller. I gotta save my voice. I don't think I can do Painkiller. I might do Breaking the Law. Breaking the Law. Washing the Dog. No. Do something like that, but I might have some karaoke coming your way tomorrow. If not, maybe Tuesday or so I'm not filming it. Somebody's gonna be filming me, so I have to get that video sent to me. And then I have to send it to my phone. If they can send it to my phone, or I don't know how I'm gonna get it. If anything, I'll probably put it up on Facebook. So if you have me on Facebook, it'll be on Facebook. If I can get it on YouTube, I'll put it on YouTube. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. See what happens tomorrow night. So check out my Metal God channel tomorrow, late tomorrow night. If I put it up there late tomorrow night or Tuesday, it'll be up there. If not, then you won't see it. So sucks to be some of you, but we'll see what happens with that. And that's that. what I'm thinking is, like, if I can put up on YouTube, I'm thinking of having one of my friends, use either my regular phone or my other phone I use, this phone I'm using now, that I record my actual videos and the concert footage. I might actually do that. I might actually bring this phone, have my friend record on this phone. See how it comes out. If it comes out pretty good, I'll put up on YouTube. I don't, like I said, I don't care if my stalkers freaking make fun of it. I don't give a shit. I'd like to see you do better, because you're not better than me, and you never will, so kiss my ass. So, I might put that up tomorrow night, see how it goes. If I get a copyright claim, I don't care. I really don't care, because usually I win those. There's a few I lose, and, I don't need monetization, I don't give a shit. But most of the time, I win those copyright claims. Most of the time. That's that. But hopefully, I can get both of the videos if I do 1 or 2 songs on karaoke tomorrow, I'll hope to get at least one or both of them up late tomorrow night when I get back. So I won't be back till like maybe 10, probably be home by, probably be back by 11 o'clock. So probably after Raw goes off the air, I'll probably be back home. It's not because it's in the city, but it's not that far in the city, so it's like right by the train. So by the time I come home and get myself settled in again, probably be 11:30. I actually put up those videos, and then I do my Raw review or whatever. But anyway, speaking of tomorrow, I will be doing TNA, Ring of Honor, and AEW, Dynamite, and Collision. Get you ready for Monday Night Raw. And if I have a voice, which I may or may not have, which some of you would like that too. But if I have enough energy tomorrow, late tomorrow night, we'll talk about Raw. If not, it'll probably be late Tuesday night, because I have some errands to run Tuesday, and I won't be around until after NXT. So I'm busy. Because I have a life. You don't. And that's that. And, I'm going to try to get all the videos I can this week up. And I gotta do a couple of, I wanted to do an Easter vlog, but I didn't really do much for Easter, except me and the missus went to family dinner for Easter, had a good meal. That was it. We really didn't do much. So no Easter vlog this year. I meant to do an Happy Easter video, and I forgot to do it. But anyway, Happy Easter, everybody! If I haven't said it already, hope you had a Happy Easter. And back to work, back to school for some of you tomorrow, including me. And that's it. And then we're back to the grind of wrestling videos, and like I said, maybe tomorrow some music. And we'll get that. And then the next edition of the Gilmore Chronicles, episode 109 and 10, this weekend with TNA Rebellion and AEW Dynasty. And hopefully get those reviews up on time before WrestleMania week, because that is massive. WrestleMania week is insane. And I'll be lucky to get every one of the videos up for that week. Raw, NXT, Dynamite, Ring of Honor, TNA, Smackdown on that Friday night. Not gonna do a Hall of Fame video, but I might talk a little bit about it. WrestleMania Saturday. I'm gonna try to get, if I don't get Smackdown up that night, I will do Smackdown early in the day, and then do the predictions right before Mania Night 1. And then day 2, the 19th, I will do a review for Night 1, predictions for Night 2, and then if I have time to do the review for Night 2 on the 19th, late on the 19th, I will do that. If not, WrestleMania Night 2 review will be the day after that. Probably in the mid-afternoon, the early afternoon, or late afternoon before we get to the Raw after Mania, which is going to be insane too. So please hit that bell. You guys really need to hit that bell. If you haven't hit it now, you need to hit it now. Because if you miss anything for the next 2 weeks, you are going to miss a lot on my respective channels. I might do rants, I got shorts coming up, especially if there's anything that comes up this weekend with Rebellion and Dynasty that's worth doing a short for, we'll see. But definitely for Mania, there's going to be a lot of shorts coming up. And we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, once again, hit that bell, because if you miss out, you missed out, and I can't help you. And that's that. Alright guys, going to bed. Thanks for watching. 4 out of 10 for garbage fucking Smackdown. And that's it. But until next time, I'll see you guys later tomorrow. But until then, peace.